Welcome students. Today I want to explain about the Aschelminthes. In Aschelminthes, I already explained about the nomenclature as well as general characters to you. In today's special, in Aschelminthes, I will explain you about the classification. Aschelminthes includes one group which are more or less rounded in form and divided into 5 different classes. These groups are divided into classes. What are the classes in there? Rotifera, Rotifera. Second class is known as Gastrotricha. Third class is known as Chinorhingia. Fourth class is known as Nematomorpha. Fifth one is known as Nematoda. These are the classes, but the modern classification generally gives another concept. According to the scientists, the Aschelminthes is a superclass. This superclass or superphyla or phylum in singularly, and this one generally divided into 5 different phyla. Again, listen the same line to you. Your Aschelminthes, as per the modern classification, is known as superphylum, and this superphylum comprises 5 different phyla. They are named as Rotifera, Gastrotricha, Chinorhingia, Nematophora or Nematomorpha, and last one is called as Nematoda. But our primitive classification shows here the phylum Aschelminthes usually divided into 5 different classes, and those classes are known as Rotifera, Gastrotricha, Chinorhingia, and Nematomorpha, and fifth one is known as Nematoda. Okay? Rotifera, Gastrotricha, Chinorhingia, and Nematomorpha are the small groups, but Nematoda is one large group. Okay? Your Chinorhingia, otherwise called as Echinodera, called as Echino, Echinodera, Echinodera, while Nematomorpha, otherwise called as Godiacea, Gordiacea, Godiacea. Students, you already know the 5 different groups which are generally arising from the phylum Aschelminthes. Aschelminthes, otherwise called as your Nematohelminthes. You know the Aschelminthes term, generally Greek derivative term. In it you find 2 different Greek words. One word is called as ask, other word is known as helminths. Ask means cavity or sac, bag-like structure. Helminths means worms. This is such a phylum which comprises saccular or cavity-like worms. That means these are more or less rounded form or round worms. And This term generally comes out from the another word that is called Aschelminthes. It is a substitute word of the Aschelminthes. In Aschelminthes, you also find two different Greek words named as the nemad, other one is called as helminthes. Nemad means thread. Nemad means thread, while helminthes generally arising from the word helminths, which means worms. Okay? And by these two terms, the term nemad helminthes is formed of. Okay? Students, bear in mind, initially I shall explain you about the characters of phylum Rotifera. Phylum Rotifera. 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 In the term Rotifera, you find 8 letters Rotifera. In Rotifera, you mark here one term is called as a rota. This roti term is derived from the word rota. Rota is a Greek word. Okay? The rota refers to the what? Wheel. It refers to the wheel. Okay? And pera, this term comes from the word pheros, called as pheros. Okay? And pheros, or we say ferry, F-E-R-R-E, F-E-R-R-E, ferry, means to bear. Means to bear. Okay? Pheros or ferry means to bear. The organizing is more or less wheel-like. So, that type of class is known as Rotifera. What are the characters which you have find in there? If you refer to them, these species are very, very microscopic. They will not be visible by your naked eyes. By the aid of microscope, you can reveal their shape and size. Usually they are present in the freshwater ponds, pools, ditches, streams, lakes. Okay? And rarely some species are present in the sea water or marine water or in oceans. Okay? The second character is here. The body wall is thickened into a stiff plates. The stiff plates are known as lorica. Known as lorica. Okay? The plates are known as lorica. And that one is stiff plates, which are generally seen in the body of the what? Rotifera, into which the head may be retract. Head may be retract. Third point, anterior end with the ciliaridis, which one is called as corona. That is called as corona. That is one ciliaridis. Okay? Anterior end with ciliaridis or corona. That means the wheel organ. That means wheel organ. Called as wheel organ. Okay. Then used for feeding and locomotion. Cilia usually help in the feeding as well as in locomotion. Then fourth point, post-anal tail or with two toes and adhesive glands for attachment. Body musculature includes longitudinal and transverse muscle bands and strands in there. And Your sixth point shows the digestive system with a grinding organ, which one is called as mastax. Called as mastax. M-A-S-T-A-X. That is called as mastax. That is the grinding organ which are present in the digestive system of the species. Okay? And lined internally by a strong cuticle. Again listen. The point 6. The digestive system with a grinding organ, that is called as mastax, which is lined internally by the strong cuticle. Then point 7. The excretory system is known as protonephrodia. Excretory system is known as protonephrodia. Protonephrodia, which are known as phlegm cells. Okay, protonephrodia are seen in the body of the worms-like organism or helminthes-like organism, that may be platyhelminthes or nematohelminthes. In case of nematohelminthes or Aschelminthes, excretory system of protonephrodia and two protonephroidal tubes which empty into the bladder. Okay, number 8, nervous system of 3 major ganglia and nerves. Point 9, sensory organs are known as antennae and eye spots. Antennae and eye spots. You find there antennae and eye spots. You know, the species which are belonging under this class Rotifera, these are free living organisms. Okay, sensory organs must be seen in there. Usually in there you find antennae. By them that organism can perceive the sensation from the nutrients which are taking as the food. Okay, and eye spots also be remain in there. By them the organism can study the intaking substance as nutrient. Okay, and males are smaller than the females. Sexual dimorphism is well marked, and pathogenesis is common. No larval stages, that means development is direct. Okay, and examples are known as phyllodyna. 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 And second example is known as Rotaria. Third example is known as Aschelminthes. Okay, and the fourth one is known as Hydatina. Okay, and your epipens also be one example of it, but it is otherwise called as Hydatina. So I already wrote only one term in the blackboard, that is called as Hydatina. Okay, these are the examples you find to them in the your Rotifera as examples. Okay, let us know about the another class that is called as your gastrotricha. Okay. Gastrotricha. Gastro T-R-I-C-H-A. It is the second class of the Aschelminthes or Aschelminthes. And your term gastro teacher is the Latin derivative term. It is a Latin derivative term, and it generally derives from the Latin dictionary from two different words. One word is called as your gaster, called as gaster, G-A-S-T-E-R, gaster. Other word is called as your trichus, T-R-I-C-H-O-S, trichus. Okay, and gaster and trichus. Two terms is there, and when they will be united up, it can constitute the one common term that is called as gastrotricha. Okay, in this gastrotricha, and you find gaster as well as trichus, two different words. Your gaster means stomach. It refers to the stomach, while trichus refers to the hair, called as hair. H-A-I-R. Stomach is one term, other term is called as hair. Okay? They are aggregatively called as the gastrotricha by the union of the two different words gaster and trichus. And those animals which are belonging under the gastrotricha, they are also possessing some peculiar characters or extraordinary characters, and you listen them mindfully. I will explain you these characters in point wise to you. First point is here, they are very much microscopic. They are not revealed by your naked eyes. By the aid of microscope, you can reveal its shape and size. So they are microscopic. Generally, they would be obtained in the marine water. Very few species also be present in your freshwater ponds, pools and ditches. Okay, so you can remember in this way. These are the microscopic and marine as well as freshwater forms. Okay. Second point of it is known as body wall, and body wall of this or of these animals generally covered with the cuticle. Cuticle you have seen in there. Cuticle. Okay. Generally, cuticle embedded to the entire body. Okay, and the cuticle bearing short, curved dorsal spines. You must notice on that cuticle some spines. Okay, spines are there. Okay, and corona absent. That means there is no corona in there. But the corona is present in case of your rotifera. These are the ciliarides or wheel organ. Such type of organ is absent in case of your class, your gastrotricha. Gastrotricha is very simple in comparison with the rotifera. Okay, and there is no ventral surface. Okay, because cilia are absent. Corona absent, and you find very less amount of cilia at its ventral margins, which are generally performing locomotion. But there is no wheel organ like of the cilia in there. There is no ciliarides. In absence of ciliarides, few amount of cilia generally noticed at the ventral surface for the purpose of locomotion. Okay, now next. The posterior end is forked and with a adhesive tubes and glands for attachment. And body is no doubt is musculature and includes 6 pairs of longitudinal muscles. You know, generally the organisms which are belonging under the Aschelminthes, they are the triploblastic. They are generally possessing 3 germ layers named as the ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Okay. And mouth is surrounded by the bristles, not cilia. They are the bristles, B-R-I-S-T-L-E-S, bristles. You find the bristles in there, B-R-I-S-T-L-E-S. Bristles generally stiff, hairy-like structures in lieu of the your cilia. These are generally seen in the mouth and just at the periphery of the mouth or surrounded the mouth, you find the bristles are there. And pharynx, triradiate, muscular, you have seen in there. Okay, the excretory system with the two protonephridia. Protonephridia is the excretory organs of these animals. Nervous system with a saddle-shaped ganglion and two lateral nerves also be seen in there. The organisms which are belonging on it or belonging in it, generally the dioecious. Very few cases are monoecious. Dioecious means sexual dimorphism is well marked. Okay, and these are unisexual. In monoecious means these are bisexual, are also be called as hermaphrodite. And freshwater females is a pathogenetic. Remember, and development is direct. There is no larval stages. Young and adult are same, are alike. And example is known as here your Chitonotus. Chitonotus, Chatonotus. Chitonotus. Other example is called as your Marchodasys. Marchodasys. Wait, I shall write these two parts to you as examples. One is called as Chitonotus. Chae. Okay. Chito. Notus. Notus. Okay. The Chitonotus is one example of it. Other example is called as your Marchodasys. 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 Dasys. Okay. These are the best examples which are considered as the animals of gastrotricha. Okay. Today this much. And next class I shall go through the other three different classes named as your Kinotrichna, or also be called as Nematophora, and third one is called as Nematoda. Again listen. Your already two classes are finished in here. One is called as Rotifera. Second one is called as your gastrotricha, and other three are left, and these three are known as your Kinorhichna or Richa. Kinorhicha spelling is Kinorhyncha. Kinorhicha. Then fourth one is called as Nematomorpha. Nematomorpha. And fifth one is known as Nematoda. Okay, and in the next class I shall discuss with you about these three different classes which are remaining after the Rotifera and gastrotricha, and they are named as again the Kinorhicha, and next one is Nematomorpha, and last one is Nematoda. Thank you.